Hello YouTubers, this is Dan from You Brew here with a quick video on some meads that we made this past weekend. At this point we're just experimenting with several different types of flavors to see which ones we might like the best. Then from there we're going to go ahead and brew some larger batches off the ones that we do like. Quick rundown on what we have. Here in the front is a strawberry dry mead which we infused some oak into for some flavor. Behind it is a strawberry sweet mead, which also we infused oak. Beside that is a plain strawberry mead, no oak. Directly beside that is a plain dry mead, no oak. Up here in the front, I think might be one of my favorites. It's a sack blackberry mead with oak infused in it. Sack is a very sweet mead. Right beside that is a plain sweet mead, no oak. And beside that is just a strawberry dry mead, no oak as well. We were able to brew all of these in probably around 6 hours this past weekend. We did it right off of our kitchen stove and a 2-gallon pot that we boiled everything in. The process is very simple to make mead. All you really need is honey, some water, and yeast. We also added some other chemicals into it. Being that we used fresh fruit, fresh strawberries, and fresh blackberries, we did add some Campden tablets. You can also add some tartaric acid, which we did. You can also add some malic acid. We used yeast nutrient in order to help the yeast along in its multiplication process. And that was about it. We did not actually boil this mead. We only brought it up to around 180 degrees and maintained that for 30 minutes. That is actually a little bit of overkill. Technically speaking, if you are going to heat your mead, you really only have to bring it up to around 160 for about 10 minutes just to sterilize it. Again, being that we did put the fruit in it, we wanted to make extra certain that it was sterile. And so far everything seems to have kicked off quite nicely. There is another process to brewing mead, one in which you do not need to heat it. Some people have very great luck with this. I haven't tried it. I am a beer brewer by heart, dabble in the wines, and with brewing beer, everything has to be sanitary and sterile. So whenever you are making beer, you have to boil it, and you have to boil it for at least 30 minutes to an hour and a half, just to make sure everything is good and bacteria free. This batch here, like I said, is about a week old. They're all bubbling away and doing nicely. In about 3 weeks we're going to go ahead and rack these off into secondary fermenters, and then in about a month after that, depending on what the gravity is, we're probably going to rack it again into another one and let that go for at least another month, if not 2 or 3. Once the gravity gets down to the point where we want to, we're either going to bottle it or we're going to sterilize it. We're going to pasteurize it, bring it up to temperature, pasteurize it to stop the yeast from fermenting anymore, and then we will put it in the bottle. It's just going to depend on what the gravity comes down to on it. Hopefully everything turns out great. Maybe I'll put another video on here for you guys once we rack it again, see if they clear up any. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I will do my best to answer them. Thanks a lot, and you guys have a great day.